Because this is the last year in office of our present administration, we would like to give a resounding applause to our President, His Excellency Benigno Aquino III and his administration. National government support is very indispensable in our province development. Today, we are also extremely privileged with the presence of a good friend of Bohol, Senator Francis Kiko Pangilinan. We are also grateful for the guidance of the members of the UP Advisory Council for having generously shared their time, talent, intellect, and treasure, even their services pro bono for the development of the province of Bohol. And finally, I am most inspired to deliver the Sopa. Should feel obliged to heed the people's call always. Public servants are servant leaders. Their mission is to serve and not to be served. So were the words of the late Jesse Robredo, former Secretary of the Department of Interior and Local Government. We have lived by that same he shared leadership and productivity, achieving the big leaps in Bohol's inclusive growth and sustainable development. Let me now present to you the big leaps that we are most proud of in this year of the Firemonth, the year of opportunities. In our bi-monthly Hit in Bohol Caravan, we promised we made before we took our office that we continue to bring in services to the rural communities. We have kept that promise. The caravan continues to bring is recovering fast from the twin disasters that hit us in the earthquake of 2013 and even Yolanda. Under the MSMEs, more than 10,000 new business names have been registered, and more than 24,000 jobs have been generated, adding up to more than 2 billion in new investments. In big business over the last 3-year period, investments in Bohol have totaled over 6 billion for tourism-related investments and 8 billion for agribusiness investments. And because we live by the philosophy of inclusive growth, we look at not just employment, but also community entrepreneurship through cooperatives. We are proud in Bohol to share that cooperatives now stand 299 active, operating within a total of 2.5 billion in assets. Our visitor arrivals marks an exciting uptrend in our ecotourism industry. We saw a 92% increase in tourism arrivals in the first quarter of 2015 as against the first quarter of 2014, and a 24% increase in total tourist arrivals from 2013 to 2015. Our economic tourism sector is well on its way towards full recovery. This is not just an empty boast. Direct PAL flights to Korea are now in the works as our kick-off to international flights. PAL is now officially in discussion with the provincial government of Bohol, the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, and the Bureau of Customs, Immigration and Quarantine to make these flights a reality as soon as possible, even before the completion of the new Bohol Airport. In agriculture, our crops productivity enhancement program, through which we continue to ensure food security and efficiency in basic commodities, is doing well. We are happy to report that despite the El Nino phenomenon, our food sufficiency indicators have remained high, the only province in Region 7 to have accomplished this feat. Based on the data from the Philippine Statistics Authority, Our rice production sufficiency is 106%. Our corn sufficiency is 107%. Our root crop sufficiency is at a whopping 662%. Again, all these have been accomplished despite El Nino. All we continue to do is increase production yield per hectare, and sufficiency ratio of major food commodities, even as we distribute high-quality rice seeds for greater farm productivity. Another area of unprecedented success is our dairy production. We are the first ever province to have ever produced 1,000 liters of dairy in our annual dairy festival. Another example of livelihood-focused inclusive growth strategy. We get our supply from milk from our local dairy farmers, thereby raising their income levels. And it leads to the whole set of multiplier effects for the rest of the province. We improve nutrition among Boholanos, enhance the supply of milk and cheese for the tourism industry, and raise prestige of our brand of Boholano Dairy, known as Chocobao. In fact, we have just signed the executive order for the inclusion of Boholano Dairy as an official welcome drink for Bohol's resorts and tourism establishments. Our dairy development program is relatively new, and this is in partnership with the Bohol Dairy Producers Association to expand dairy milk production. Bodpas Bohol Dairy Carabao Processing and Marketing Enterprise proposal amounting to 9.2 million will be supported by the Philippine Rural Development Project, funded by the World Bank and implemented in partnership with the Department of Agriculture, the Philippine Carabao Center, and the National Dairy Authority. We achieved 16% in milk production from 2013 to 2014 with a total monetary value of 26 million. Our Bahay Kubo Faith, Hope, and Charity program for sustainable agriculture continues to be a source of pride through its component programs. Food, always in the home or faith. Herbal, organic plant enhancement or hope. Chicken, always ready in the yard or charity. We also have a new program called Modelong Gulayan sa Paaralan for our different schools. As I have mentioned, we are well aware of the threat of El Nino on agricultural productivity. And to ensure that we are not left at the mercy of this climate change phenomenon, we have conducted cloud seeding operations to support the water supply of dams throughout the entire province of Bohol. In the provision of provincial government services, we have always made sure to use inclusive approach to leave no one behind. In this strategy, we have enlisted the cooperation and partnership of national government agencies under our convergence strategy. We are particularly excited about the convergence strategy. By this, I mean the Provincial Government Department of Tourism, Department of Public Works and Highways, Convergence for Provincial Roads and Tourism Highways Development, which is also strongly supported in its implementation by our congressmen. In the next few slides, you will see a list of the first road sections to be funded under this convergence strategy. Republic Act 95-93, otherwise known as the Chatto-Gordon Tourism Act of 2009, has made it possible for the national government to fund rehabilitation, improvement, and upgrading all provincial roads without having to resort to nationalization of these roads. They remain provincial roads with national funds doing the work. Through it, we are able to access the substantial resources of national government for our provincial and other local roads. And with the help of another law, authored by yours truly when we were still in Congress, Republic Act 9446, we declared the entire province of Bohol as an eco-cultural tourism zone. And thus, any road in Bohol is a tourism road, capable of accessing funding from the national government. We have taken the lead among all provinces in the country in this regard. Convergence is also a focal strategy in the implementation of the Bohol Earthquake Assistance Fund. This is a national government project led by the DILG through Secretary Mar Rojas when he was still the head of the institution, with our supervision and assistance with the implementation of these projects through the different LGUs of Bohol province-wide. Of the projects with approved programs of work, 59% have been completed and 29% are ongoing, leaving only 10% in the bidding process. Vital infrastructure covers not only roads, bridges, and public buildings, but also utilities in the subsector, particularly water and power. One reason to be optimistic is the fact that the bulk water supply feasibility study is already in its final review, and we are eyeing public-private partnership for this project in its implementation stage. In the power industry, the provincial government of Bohol has pioneered another unique strategy, the Bohol Energy Development Advisory Group, where the Department of Energy and the energy-related agencies, the power utilities, the private sector, and the academe work together as one team to plan for Bohol's power development. In fact, BDAG has successfully orchestrated for the first time the consolidated purchase of power by our utilities, Boheco 1 and 2, with the participation of the provincial government as representatives of our people, giving them better leveraging for negotiating cheaper power rates in the power province of Bohol. Health information and infrastructure is another important priority. The Celestino Galeares Memorial Hospital modernization is now underway with the approval of House Bill 5901, sponsored by our very own Congressman Rene Lopez Relampagos, to increase the number of our hospitals from 250 beds to 500 beds. This bill already in its final stages for approval after the House approval, the Senate committee approval, and now to its final stage in the plenary. This further supports our hospital modernization program, whose details I will share later. Our inclusive approach also means reaching out to disadvantaged sectors, the Boholano community, who normally do not have a voice in development. We have strongly supported persons with disabilities since the start of our term. This year, we are proud to announce that our continuing programs of assistance to the Bohol Federation of Disabled Persons has enabled them to provide for all the needs of PWD community, including their own housing project, in coordination with the Habitat for Humanity, their own massage clinic and office, and even a PWD employment center, where the equipment donated by the Department of Labor and Employment, they now are making crutches, prosthetics, and other products. Imagine, PWDs, normally believed to be non-functioning elements of society, are now productive under the supervision of TESDA, Technical Education and Skills Development Authority. This project is not just an example for the community, but it allows them to exercise a great degree of self-reliance, of which the whole point of inclusive growth is being stressed. This is something that we have consistently supported through the years, even as far back when I was still Vice Governor of the province of Bohol. Today, the Bohol Federation of Disabled Persons is a proud participant in our Hikit Bohol Caravans, where they also have their own service to the community as an active participant in Bohol's development. The expanded special program for employment of students, or ESPES, was made possible through Republic Act 9547, authored again by yours truly in Congress during my term for the 1st District of Bohol as Congressman. So far, we have hired 2,777 students under the ESPES law. By the way, it's both government and the private sector who can collaborate with Dole in this project. We have practically seen a 16% increase in the number of students hired compared to last year. Inclusive governance is also exemplified by the establishment of the governor's satellite offices in the municipalities of Carmen, Hagna, Talibon, Ubay, serving as focal points for their adjacent towns. Ang pagbaton sa mga opisina sa gobernador sa atong mga kalungsuran o sa kabag-ong pamaagi o nakatagamtam og serbisyo ang atong mga katawhan lakip na sa atong mga opisyalis pinaagi sa mga opisina o buhatan gaduol ra sa ilang mga kalungsuran. Gituyo og himo og himugna aron ang serbisyo sa probinsya mas duol sa kalungsuran o kabarangayan. But even with inclusive governance strategies, inclusive growth is not possible without peace and order. Thus, we have maintained close coordination with the Philippine National Police through Colonel Dennis Agustin, the Armed Forces of the Philippines, the Colonel Arnie Matanggihan, and other law enforcement units for the peace and security agenda of the province. Allow me for a moment to stress on the importance of this program. The drug problem is something the provincial government takes very seriously. Thus, we continue to vigorously campaign against illegal drugs through the joint effort of the PNP, the PDEA, the NBI, the LGUs, and the other stakeholders. This means attacking the problem from many angles and using different strategies such as supply reduction, test buy bust, and surveillance operations, arrest of persons involved in illegal drugs, confiscation of illegal substances, and the filing of appropriate cases in court. This also includes demand reduction through drug awareness programs, information, education, and communication strategies, and symposia. Barangay officials, parents, teachers, high school and college students, household heads, probationers, parolees, and pardonees, barangay assemblies, Liga ng mga Barangay, the organization of Barkada Contra Droga are strategies helping mobilize the citizenry to support our law enforcers. Let it be known that the provincial government is serious about fighting illegal drugs and is doing and will continue to do what it has to take to eliminate this threat to the Boholano community. With your full support and cooperation, we will free Bohol from drug abuse. This cooperation is further cemented with the creation of Joint Task Force Dagon. I have recently signed an executive order for the information of all. This executive order creates the Task Force Dagon, and this is an example of convergence, dedicated to watching over the peace and order situation of all, as well as our internal security. It has task groups, such as the Task Group Banat on anti-illegal drugs, the Task Group Luwas Kinabuhi on disaster response, the Task Group Turista on tourism security, the Task Group Paluso or anti-smuggling, both of goods and human trafficking, the Task Group Kinaiyahan or environmental protection, the Task Group Kalinaw on internal security, and the Task Group Kadalanan on traffic, the Task Group Kadagatan on maritime security, and Task Group Contra Crimen on anti-criminality. These are just the highlights of our extensive list of accomplishments over the last 2 terms. Let me inform everyone quickly that we have a rundown of other accomplishments under the HEAT Eat Bohol Development Framework. Again, you have the details of these projects in your folder, and please feel free to just leisurely browse over them. These are our major accomplishments in the area of health, sanitation, and social welfare. Our hospital modernization program has not only improved hospital services for our constituents, but has also increased our locally generated revenue to 131 million as of 2015 and increased bed occupancy rates and built additional hospital buildings. Judogo Galagar Hospital, for example, in Hagna, has a new 3-story building. It is the first government hospital in the province to have elevator service in addition to its ramps in full compliance to the accessibility law. The hospital has passed the Stage 1 audit for quality management system under ISO 9001 and 2008. In the following slides, we have improved quite a number of hospitals. Congressman Simeon Toribio Hospital in Carmen, Kandihay Community Hospital in Clarin Community Hospital, Maribohok Community Hospital, Francisco Daguhoy Community Hospital in Inabanga, President Carlos P. Garcia Community Hospital. Once we get on with the MGB clearance on the new lot in Loon, our old hospital in Loon will finally be replaced by a new one. The technical requirements of MGB is a must in the construction in earthquake-affected areas. In this hospital management and development will continue as we improve services of healthcare in the province. Operation of Bohol Provincial Drug Testing Laboratory, aligned with our commitment to wage war against drug abuse, which has performed drug analysis for 1,154 clients since its establishment in December, and with the 100% accuracy. All our positive results for these tests were confirmed by the National Reference Laboratory in Manila. Government and private agencies alike have accessed the services of the lab to determine who among their employees are worthy of being valued by their organization and who should leave their offices. The provincial capital has not been spared. Those employees who were tested positive have been dismissed, subjected to disciplinary measures, or have been dealt with appropriately in accordance with law. Enhancement of the Philippine PhilHealth program is also under our watch. Under the Universal PhilHealth Enrollment for Indigents and under the Point of Care program, the provincial government has put the bill for the total cost, including those that are provided by our provincial and district hospitals. Maternal, newborn, and child and healthcare. With this program, we uniformly reduce mortality rates in infants, maternity mortality rates, and neonatal deaths, even under the nutrition of children from 0 to 5. We continue to provide a wide range of other health services through our dental health program, mobile clinic, environmental sanitation program, and the water laboratory services of the province. Our Galipok award-winning rabies prevention and eradication program continues to maintain the standard of 0 confirmed death cases for human rabies and to conduct surveillance activities. Our regular health programs include Responsible Parenthood, HIV/AIDS program, Provincial Eyesight program, Leprosy Control, Program of Tuberculosis Control, Dengue Control program, and the Schistosomiasis Prevention and Control program. Mosquito-borne diseases are special in these areas of concern in Bohol. Our provincial epidemiological surveillance and response unit has conducted curtain and mosquito net impregnation activities for the prevention and control of dengue and chikungunya outbreaks and has conducted investigation on reported disease cases. Still, on regular health, sanitation, and social welfare programs on mental health and psychosocial support, health emergency management system, healthy lifestyle program, adolescent youth and health development program, national voluntary blood service program, program on persons with disability, renal disease control, and the PAPCOM program. Continuing capacity development is also a major focus for health extension workers such as the barangay health workers, barangay nutrition scholars, and the others. Indeed, we are doing our best so we can address all the aspects of healthcare, sanitation, and social welfare in the province. In the area of education and skills development, we are proud to have accomplished the following, among others: the school building construction program, under which we have constructed provincial government school buildings in partnership with the Department of Education. The Armed Forces of the Philippines, aside from DepEd, regularly funded school building programs. Those that cannot be funded under DepEd, the provincial government comes into the rescue. Under our school buildings rehabilitation in the schools division of Bohol, as of 2015 December, the total number of school and classrooms completed is 485, or 84.3%. The rest are still ongoing. Since education continues to be a national government mandate, we also have DepEd implemented classroom repairs and classroom rehabilitation by DPWH. The school building in the classroom library development program, under which we have contributed and distributed 26,500 volumes of donated books to public elementary and secondary schools, as well as municipal libraries. The President Carlos P. Garcia Scholarship Program, I know the scholars are here with us, some of them, where we have increased the number of college recipients from 160 in 2013 to 180 in 2015, with tuition fee, assistance per semester, monthly allowance, and book allowance per year. The Bohol Educational Subsidy Program, where we have released financial assistance to 3,600 college students from 2013 to 2015. The Teacher Reinforcement Program, under which we have hired 155 province-paid public school secondary teachers in 2013 until their appointment to being regular DepEd teachers. The Student Recognition Program, where we have actually annually distributed medals, certificates of academic excellence, and leadership awards for outstanding graduates in the elementary, secondary levels, and in the university and colleges. 1,062 private and public schools were beneficiaries of this project. Madrasa Teacher Support Program, which has provided financial assistance to Muslim teachers in the public elementary schools of Tagbilaran City. By the way, the Dynamic Learning Program, a model that we have implemented in Bohol alone, the only province in the entire country, or the only division, a truly remarkable program that we are proud of, who have helped replicate this program province-wide. This has decreased dropout rates from 4.5% in school year 2011 to 2012 to 2.8% in school year 2013 to 2014, 0.4% in school year 2014 to 2015, and likewise decreased failure rates from 5.7% in school year 2012-2013 to 2.1% in school year 2013-2014 to 1.3% in 2014 to 2015. The Dynamic Learning Programs also help to increase the number of students qualified for scholarship programs in different institutions: the OST, UC, UPCA, MAC, SHED, Lazao University, and the Ateneo de Manila University. We would like to congratulate the DepEd in this partnership. Another example of our convergence strategy with the national government may be found in the Bohol model of partnership among provincial government, Department of Education, and the other stakeholders. This has been exemplified in the Tourism Senior High School facility in Lourdes High School in Lourdes, Panglao. And of course, the proposed Bohol Agricultural Training and Research Center in San Pascual National Agricultural High School in Ubay, province of Bohol. Both schools, by the way, have received technical assistance from the Coalitions for Change program under the Australian Embassy and the Asia Foundation Partnership in the Philippines. Other major accomplishments are the Bohol Education Convergence Summit that was done in April 2014. agriculture and food security is a top priority for the province of Bohol. It has always been and will always be on the top. We are delighted to report to you the following accomplishments. In focus of our agriculture sector, we have continued our focus here, most notably through the Farmers Field School in community-based organic rice development project in support of and to the Organic Agriculture and Climate Change program. Also, our organically grown vegetables production has been consistently increasing from 2013 to 2015. Our coconut development program is exemplified by our Bohol Coconut Agro-Based Industry Hub in partnership with the Philippine Coconut Authority, which is a model in agriculture-based infrastructure, in job creation, entrepreneurship, and livelihood development utilizing coconut sector. Our fisheries productivity enhancement program is exemplified by the Bilar Fish Hatchery facility, and the total fish fry production and dispersal also consistently increasing and providing supply to other inland fisheries in the province. Our development of agri-livestock commodity champions is through genetic improvement and herd building, with 100% of 32 targeted municipalities with 3,385 beneficiaries covered in this program. This program has provided farmers with additional income due to improved livestock productivity and production, and has helped increase food sufficiency in the province. There has been a total of 17,812 offsprings produced with a monetary value of 94.1 million pesos. In livestock and poultry sufficiency, we are also looking at consistently increasing sufficiency level of all livestock and poultry, including eggs. Our proudly Boholano native chicken development program, 100% of the targeted 25 municipal-based and 1 barangay-based native chicken production centers are now operational. And we are even more pleased to announce that a 75% pedigree Boholano native chicken will come out in April 2016. Truly Boholano chicken. This is with the support of researchers from UP Los Baños. Of course, since rabies prevention consists of both human and canine elements, the canine rabies prevention program and eradication component is being sustained with an estimated 82% of total dog population of the province now being vaccinated and with additional vaccinations ongoing. In the area of tourism and livelihood, there are many new and exciting developments, all with a vision towards enabling our ecotourism industry to fully recover and grow to much greater heights than before. We have launched new tourism sites and attractions, most notably 13 new agricultural tourism packages, including Visita Iglesia de Bohol every time we commemorate and we celebrate our Semana Santa. The Bohol Tourism Recovery Program has been our strategy to entice visitors and tourists back to the province of Bohol, as you have seen from our consistently increasing tourist arrivals. We are on the right track. Together with our regular tourism promotions activities and together with the private sector groups, with the help of our media, we are moving up in our tourism industry. We continue to assist in tourism product planning and development, as well as in enabling business in tourism. As you can see from the slide, the total number of available rooms in Bohol has consistently increased from 4,954 in 2013, we have now 6,370 rooms in 2015. We believe that making business means creating jobs. We have taken note of the positive statistics in this area. Seeing that year-on-year increase in annual distribution of total number of customers served by the business one-stop shop under the BIPC has generated a corresponding increase in annual jobs generated. And in the local scene, we promote trade events and exhibits such as the Sandugo Festival. The Fusion Nights in 2015 garnered over 720,000 pesos in gross sales over its 5-night span and attracted an estimated visitor traffic of over 1,000 diners and buyers nightly. Other livelihood programs that we have been implementing to enhance job generation for the Boholanos are the following: our employment and placement program, our local and overseas jobs fair and special recruitment activities, and our Bohol Skills Registry and Philippine JobNet registration. Bohol is a new entrant into the information and communications technology. At this early stage, we have been able to accomplish these milestones. As revealed in the latest ICT update, presented by PLDT, the fiber optic network in Bohol is ready, with the Bohol D phone capacity of 30 gigabytes per second with links to Cebu and Cagayan de Oro. This also serves as a resiliency backup of the phone loop number 5. It serves as an alternate route of Mindanao traffic going to Luzon and Visayas. Therefore, the total resiliency capacity that passes through Bohol per information from PLDT is an impressive figure of 180 gigabytes per second. Ensuring Bohol's competitiveness has gained for Tagbilaran City the recognition as an emerging destination in the New Wave Cities in 2013 and now being connected to the National Fiber Optic Highway. Congratulations to the City Mayor and the members of his team. We continue to strengthen the Bohol ICT Council to improve the capacity to plan for the next steps in the ICT development of Bohol. On the part of the provincial government of Bohol, we have developed and maintained information systems, enhanced our information technology facilities and services, and even enhanced a look and user-friendly features of the provincial government websites. Certainly, we continue to undertake capacity development activities for ICT personnel. We have innovated governance in the provincial government of Bohol to be more proactive and effective through our governance clusters, our development administration cluster, our socio-economic environment cluster or SEAM cluster, our infrastructure cluster, our finance cluster. There are many initiatives under each cluster. Allow me to just mention each one briefly and just select some few things to share. Development Administration Cluster, aid to individuals in crisis situation, provincial government funded field health point of care in district hospitals. We're also maintaining our close coordination with, as we have said, PNP, AFP, and the other law enforcement agencies. We also have the Comprehensive Local Integration Program, or CLIP, for the social reintegration of former rebel returnees. Our Tarsier 117 is a pioneering development, information dissemination through print and broadcast media, the Inmates Welfare and Development Program, the Youth and Sports Development Program, formulation, upgrading, and review of development plans and policies, formulation of post-disaster reports and rehabilitation plans, technical assistance to LGUs, NGAs, CSOs, and development partners, provincial government partnership in the implementation of official development assistance and special programs, operation of the local special bodies and councils with strong participation of the CSOs, the business sector, and other stakeholders, monitoring and evaluation of development programs and projects through the Provincial Monitoring and Evaluation Information System, the implementation of Strategic Performance Management System, the Human Resource Management and Development, legal services to local government units in court action and review of legal documents, and a very important priority throughout the country, disaster risk reduction and management, as well as climate change adaptation,
we are now updating the Provincial Development and Fiscal Framework Plan to mainstream DRRM and CCA. In the Socio-Economic and Environment Management Cluster, institutionalization of the social protection programs, enhancement of systems for effective delivery of services to clients in crisis situations, Bohol Crisis Intervention Center for battered women and children, the Bohol stimulation and therapeutic activities and services in the Bohol stock for disadvantaged children, and provision of shelter for earthquake victims in partnership with NGAs, LGUs, international local groups, CSOs, business sector, and volunteers. This is an ongoing challenge. Relocation of displaced families, including schools and hospitals in new build zone areas. Disaster preparedness and response capability enhancement for DRRM, CCA, and the province through the provincial, municipal, and barangay levels training. Comprehensive program for Bajaos, Bohol Cultural Preservation and Revitalization Program, the Hip Eat Bohol Culture and Arts Caravan, the reconstruction and rehabilitation of National Historical Institute declared historical sites and churches through the National Historical Commission of the Philippines and the National Museum in partnership with the Diocese of Tagbilaran and Talibon. We have strengthened collaboration with civil society organizations through the provincial government CSO Partnership Covenant, and I would like to acknowledge all the CSOs and civil society groups who are here with us today. We intensified campaign for LGUs to establish pocket forests for environment and institutionalize the Coastal Law Enforcement Program. Environmental Management System with ISO 1401 and 2014 for certification, forest resource management, ecological solid waste management, mineral resources management, and the Integrated Natural Resources Environment Management Project, or INREP, implemented in partnership with the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, the provincial government, and the local government units, as well as the NGOs, in 17 pilot municipalities of the province. Under the Provincial Infrastructure Program, the provincial government's own funds alone, we tried to maintain and rehabilitate provincial roads and municipal and barangay roads as requested by various LGUs, and we have maintained and improved them with a total of 382 million pesos. The provincial government of Bohol, partnership with the Australian government, in the implementation of the Provincial Road Management Facility Program is also an outstanding feat. The facilities ended in 2015 and spent a total of 464 million in road maintenance project. On top of this was the Bohol Emergency Road and Repair Projects, which brought the total amount of road projects extended to 606 million pesos. In the following slides are a few pictures highlighting the improvement of vital road sections following the earthquake. There is also the currently ongoing provincial government, World Bank, Department of Agriculture, Philippine Rural Development Project, PRDP, which has just started. Among its many projects, the provincial government PRDP partnership is now undertaking the Danahon Double Barrier Reef Development Initiative, with the end in view of developing our seaweed industry to make it more competitive. Another example of convergence is the newly launched national and provincial government convergence through konkreto at ayos na lansangan at daan tungo sa pangkalahatang kaunlaran, or in short, Kalsada Program. Let me emphasize that this Kalsada Program now of the national government was born out of the Bohol experience of PRMF. The counterparting strategy that we implemented with Australia was the inspiration of the Kalsada Program, which is now adopted by the national government as a policy and has been allocated 6.5 billion funds in the 2016 General Appropriations Act. Thank you to our members of Congress. The new Bohol Airport construction and Sustainable Environment Protection Project. The project, by the way, is already ongoing in its civil works, and construction is ongoing. And thank you to the project engineers, project consultants, led by project manager Tadashi Aoi, who assured with Japanese technology and expertise completion of the project by December 2017. Thank you very much to our Japanese consultants. Albuquerque Sanitary Landfill Project, funded by the Department of Tourism Infrastructure Enterprise Zone Authority, is a project everyone is awaiting. As of the latest date, under TIESA's time schedule, the management team for the landfill is currently undergoing training before the full operation of the new landfill of the province of Bohol. Malinaw Dam Improvement Project is already allocated fund to start this year for its improvement. The small reservoir and ponding projects likewise to be implemented in its completion of other smaller irrigation projects by the National Irrigation Administration. And of course, there is continued infrastructure support to other sectors, especially the social and economic development sectors. Let me move further to the output of these ladies and gentlemen with me on stage, our Sangguniang Panlalawigan. Esteemed members of this august body, the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, we note with pride that our partners in inclusive governance, you have shown dynamism in crafting legislative measures in support to our development agenda. I would like to pay my respects and salute to our SP of the province of Bohol. Records would show that our SP has passed 56 ordinances, 1,805 resolutions in terms of supporting initiatives for health, education, agriculture, tourism, information technology, infrastructure, environment, management, and social services, and development administration, not to mention peace and order and many other concerns of the province. The executive branch and the entire province of Bohol would not have achieved what it reached without a strong support from our Sangguniang Panlalawigan. In the finance sector, we are once again proud to have secured the Seal of Good Financial Housekeeping awarded by the DILG. Even as we maximize our efforts to ensure the effectiveness and efficiency of service delivery programs, we have also maintained sound fiscal management in the provincial government. Sound fiscal management is further assured by our institutionalization among the very few provinces in the country of a provincial internal audit office. One of the provinces, I would like to repeat, was adopted and made a department its own internal audit office. Internal audit offices are common in the private sector, but in the government sector, this is a new trend. For greater transparency and accountability, we continue to enhance our procurement system. I can confidently say that we are at the level of transparent and accountable governance where we craft our local guidelines and policies for sound fiscal management on top of and aside from national government requirements, with the advice, of course, of the local finance committee, our newly installed department of the PIAO, and our friends from the Commission on Audit. Let us give a big hand to all our finance people. What we do for our beloved province of Bohol. Awards are but the icing on the cake. These are not part of our objectives to win awards or get recognitions. But these are validations of our shared leadership, our initiatives. Nonetheless, we are proud and thankful to have garnered together awards, and we would like to thank the institutions who have been giving awards to the province through their various programs. Among these, the province of Bohol got the highest ranking province-wide in the DILG's Local Governance Performance Management System in 2010 to 2011. Consistently, the province got the seal of good local housekeeping from the DILG in 2001, 2012, and 2013. The next award was the Gawad Pamana ng Lahi Award in 2011 and 2012. We got consistent our seal of good financial housekeeping again in 2014. Of course, everyone knew the Galipok Award went to the province of Bohol for an outstanding implementation of a rabies program. The Gawad Paglingkod ng Sambayanan or GAPAS Award in 2013, and the Best Province on Public Employment Service Office, a partner in the anti-illegal recruitment by the POEA in 2012. The Armed Forces of the Philippines gave the province the Affiliated Reserve Unit Award in 2014, the Environment Management Systems, EMS, Provincial Government Certification to ISO in 2014. The Tourism Awards of the Rotary Club of Manila for Government Tourism in 2014. The Dangal ng Bayan Award from the Civil Service Commission in 2011. The Outstanding Philippine Organic Agriculture Award in 2012. The Gawad Bayanihan Award of the Armed Forces in 2011. The National Kabalikat Award of the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, LGU category in 2011. Our library placed second most outstanding provincial library of the Philippines in 2012. Outstanding province in the region for nutrition programs in 2011. Good nutrition projects and practices up to the Purok level because of the Purok system from the Nutrition Council in 2014. And the district jail received its award in 2014. And latest, the seal of child-friendly local governance in 2015. All these awards taken together in one sitting at this point in our second term are overwhelming. But these are awards given to the provincial government and its stakeholders. And we have all done our part in ensuring them. Again, our philosophy of shared leadership is something that is truly built on our style of governance. And for this reason, I would like to make special mention and to give a nod of appreciation to all our department heads, chiefs of agencies, national, provincial, and local, the chiefs of hospitals, and all the employees. I would like to express the same fervent gratitude to our local officials and the different leads of local governments. Thank you very much for all the hard work. Let us give a rousing applause to everyone. Ang mga nahatag na pasidungog gikan sa DILG o uban nga mga ahensya atong ihalad sa katawhang bulanon tungod sa atong pagtambayayong. We do not leave it at that. As always, we Boholanos are forward-looking, always envisioning the next milestones. Thus, we reiterate the forthcoming big-ticket projects that we intend to accomplish within the next term, if God wills it. Restoration and conversion of the old provincial capital of Bohol to the Bohol National Museum. Work is ongoing now to include the improvement of Plaza Rizal fronting the old capital. The new Bohol Provincial Capitol building is just about to start. Bidding was already completed, and new facility will be in place for all of us. Continuing improvement and modernization of district hospitals, including the acquisition of CT scan equipment for Talibon Hospital and construction of new dialysis rooms in the hospitals of Talibon, Carmen, and Hagna. Another vital program for infrastructure is the Provincial Government of Bohol Department of Agrarian Reform, DPWH bridge projects whose locations you can see on screen. The Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction Management Council, Command Center, ongoing construction. The establishment of the Tarsier 117 satellite office in Ubay, and the continuing expansion of tarsier in the towns, including rescue ambulances for all district hospitals, so the rescue units will be near the towns of the province of Bohol. Feasibility studies for the new major bridges to Panglao Island and the different islands in Bohol like Itogo, and another one also coming up in the FS of the Talibon-Bienvenido Bridge. As chairman of the Regional Development Council of Region 7, we are in a strategic position to facilitate greater connectivity among the provinces of Region 7. What we previously thought was a long-shot dream is now being pursued. Under the RDC's Spatial Development Plan for One Visayas Connectivity, the groundwork is being laid for the realization of the inter-island bridges connecting Region 6, 7, 8, and the NIR, including the proposed Bohol-Cebu multi-use bridge for connectivity in power, communication, and other utilities and services. Another proposed project in this regard is the CPG to Maasin Bridge to ensure the island's connectivity to the rest of the Visayas. Feasibility studies in this particular direction will be undertaken by the National Development Authority, the Exim Bank of Korea, and the DPWH in our latest approvals and discussions in Iloilo City, where the last RDCOM was held. The Bohol Heroes Park in Banat is a dream we will pursue. The Bohol Youth Center for Children in Conflict with the Law, with the author here, Senator Kiko, with us. Our memorandum of agreement with DepEd for the training center for DPWDs, which will also serve as display center for their products. And also forthcoming is the convergence planning for Tagbilaran City and Panglao Island, because we have to make possible the expansion of Panglao Island Executive Committee in Tagbilaran to include Panglao and Tagbilaran City, even in the planning of the bridges that will connect Tagbilaran to Panglao as the new airport will be constructed and finished. The technical assistance in this project is also being provided through strengthening urban growth and resiliency, or SURGE, of the USAID. And finally, the one issue that has challenged our integrity in public service, the joint venture. The case has been dismissed by the Sandigan Bayan. We have gone through the ringers, but our victory today shows that political will and leadership are necessary to improve services, in this particular case, water and power utilities. Solutions to our problems are not only in the traditional ways of doing things. The PPP as an approach, an innovation, is one of them. But let me not belabor the point. We are thankful to God that this repeatedly revived political issue has been resolved by the Sandigan Bayan, resolved by the RTC, the CA, the Ombudsman, even in 2008, and we hope and pray that the Boholanos will stand united, especially the Tagbilaranos, in seeing to it that the power and the water that we enjoy continues to provide the avenues for more growth in the city as we expand its service to the other towns of the province of Bohol. The DILG's Seal of Good Local Governance, our latest governance award, should further drive home the point that our leadership has always worked towards what is best for Bohol and our fellow Boholanos. Tukma gayod sa gayon karon, tungod kay kagahapong adlaw, nagsaulog kita sa anibersaryo sa EDSA, nga nagbalik ang atong kalihukan sa pagtinabangay, lakip na sa gobyerno, sa pribado sektor, o sa civil society groups sa atong katilingban. Positive growth and development is a result of positive convergence of ideas and action. Thus, in conclusion, I reiterate an oft-repeated message, but which holds even more true now, that we are on the cusp of greater growth programs and projects towards a greater Bohol. We reassure every Boholano that we will always remain true against all odds to our commitment to our dear Bohol and her people. Inclusive growth demands inclusive governance. To these words, I add my own. Leadership is a gift from God for man to develop and share with others. Let us all be leaders for growth and development of our dear province of Bohol. Thank you, good morning, and may I now invite everyone to get your own bottle of Chocobao. Do you have your bottles of Chocobao with you? Okay, where is my bottle of Chocobao? The members of the board, they don't have yet their bottles of Chocobao. May I invite everyone to get their own bottles of Chocobao? This is the product of our farmers, generated by their hard labor, using new technology, and uniting themselves as one to bring a new industry that will mean inclusive growth for all. May I invite everyone to say, Padayon Bohol, Mabuhi ang Bohol. Raise your Chocobaos. Thank you and good morning, everyone.
Thank you, Governor. Madam Presiding Officer, I move for the adjournment of the session. So moved.
The session is adjourned. Motu proprio.
At this point, mga kaigsunan, ang lalawigan sa Bohol o mga Bulaanon malipayon kaayo sa pagtambong sa usa ka higala sa Bohol. Friends, it is our distinct honor that a dear and an esteemed friend of Bohol and the Boholanos is here today with us. He is the champion for agriculture for the province of Bohol.